Fireworks mark the opening in mid-December of one of the most significant tourist attractions this part of the country's seen in decades. The $650 million Caesars Virginia Resort and Casino in Danville, which is just a 45-minute drive northeast of Greensboro up Highway 29. This opening also represented a life milestone for Chris Albrecht, the resort's general manager, who spent the last 28 months in Danville overseeing the construction. Now, like many of you, I had never been inside an actual casino until last week when Chris and I spent some time together.
That truly is the skyline now of Danville. So no matter where you're coming from, that's really the first thing you see when you're 10, 15 miles out is that, and that's really drawing you in to come check out what's going on here.
And by all indications, people are checking out what's going on in this place. Caesars Entertainment of Las Vegas, in partnership with the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians and the city of Danville, built on this property, where one of the South's largest textile mills once stood. In fact, the mill's iconic 3 smokestacks still stand on the property. Much has been said about how this 587,000 square foot resort is pumping millions of dollars into and revitalizing this town of nearly 42,000 the textile industry left years ago. And no one recognizes that significance, quite like the resort's general manager, Chris Albrecht. Roman luxury meets Southern charm.
That's right.
Did you come up with that?
I did. I can't take credit for it. We have a fantastic brand and marketing team that helps us think through these, and I love that one though. This is the marriage, the combination of that Caesars luxury experience with Danville and the community in here, and where we sit really in the South at large. But what we trained the team on here in Danville is we call it Southern family style service.
Okay.
So where in other markets you might say, hello, how are you doing? Here we'll say, how are y'all doing today?
Southern niceties aside, the luxury component hits you right when you walk in the front door, where a statue of Caesar Augustus greets you. This, by the way, used to stand in a former Caesars resort in the Middle Eastern city of Dubai. Walk by the high-end 250-seat Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen restaurant, and you'll head into the hotel, where the 320 rooms can run upwards of $800, $900, even $1,000 a night or more, depending on the time of year. Do you expect them to go down? Do you expect them to go up? Because I think a lot of people, especially in my area, will look at your website and say, that's a lot to pay for a hotel room in Danville, Virginia.
Sure. What I'd tell you is we're still early and still learning, right?
Okay.
And just like with any sort of economic viewpoint, right, we'll adjust to what our guests are telling us. What's different than a typical hotel here is we do have a casino.
And Albrecht says the hotel rate structure better enables the resort to ensure there are always enough of these rooms available for those who come here and spend big money to gamble. And speaking of gambling, the resort has more than 90,000 square feet of gaming space open 24/7. It includes 85 live table games, 48 electronic table games, 21 tables in a poker room, as well as a large sports betting area. And then there's the expanse of 1,300 slot machines where,
first thing you put your money in.
The $10 I put into one got me several lever pulls.
One more time, right?
One more time.
Okay.
This is the one.
But absolutely nothing in return. Of course, customers can counter their losses or celebrate their winnings in the 500-block food hall's 3 restaurants established by local developers, or eventually enjoy a meeting or a concert in this large room when, once construction's complete, the partition will move away to reveal a 2,500-seat venue.
What I tell folks is you would anticipate seeing the kind of acts that you see at other casinos throughout the country, right? So not the larger things out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, like KC and the Sunshine Band, I would imagine.
That's a potential option, absolutely. But yeah,
they play casinos.
They do. So in that genre, that'd be one of them.
Yeah, but probably not Celine Dion.
Yeah, probably not Celine Dion.
Yeah, I got you.
Maybe a few more years.
Have you been able to kind of break it down? I mean, like how many people are coming from Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point? How many people are coming from Raleigh, Durham?
Now that we've opened up, that radius has expanded quite well. So you're seeing more of the 4, 5, 6 hour drive radiuses from a lot of different states, people flying in. What I want them to have is I want them to have the time of their lives. I want them to come here and have a great time. I want this to be a place they keep coming back to.
The plan right now is to start the performance acts at Caesars, Virginia in the May-June timeframe, with the first lineup announcement coming in the next few weeks. This place is a big employer. We're talking about 1,200 people. Most of them, Albrecht says, live in the Danville area, but the resort's always looking to hire and will train you. Its current training program to run table games, for instance, is about 8 weeks. If you've never gambled in a casino before but are interested, Albrecht recommends coming during the first or middle of the week when things aren't as busy, and his team members will be more than happy to walk you through how to play all the games and the machines.
I bet it could get a little overwhelming when it's really busy, right? I know, it can be fun to gamble, but it can also easily get very out of hand for some people.
True.
So does Caesars, where does Caesars stand on this problem gambling prevention?
Yeah, Albrecht says Caesars is a big proponent of responsible gaming. It's a big supporter of the gambling help hotlines, and you see North Carolina's toll-free number here. He also says his team members are trained to spot potential problems on the casino floor. See, like if a person is getting out of control, and get those people the help they need. Again, North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services gambling hotline, toll-free here, 877-718-5543, 877-718-5543. Again, casinos are a lot of fun, but you need to know how to stay in control because it can get out of control.
All right, Neil, good information there. Thank you. Really amazing.